good morning. Actually, it's just after 12 noon. I believe today is the 7th of July in good old East Texas. It's very warm currently. Anyone who lives in East Texas knows how that is. They absolutely do. It says it's currently 91 degrees. The only problem with that is that the Texas sun exacerbates it, makes it so much stronger, much warmer. It just does. If I was back in Ohio, it would feel like 96, 97 easily. The sun's very, very bright. Anyways, I'm going to train today, and I want to share a couple of thoughts. Again, as before, yesterday's posting, which was probably pretty crappy and everything else, especially out by the pool, before I mowed the lawn. Posting was about accepting one's fate. Very stoic. But the other thing, too, is that nothing is promised to any of us, and this is me included. This is to all the Kardashians. It's to the Trumps, the Clintons, whoever. And what we think is so vital and important, such a pivotal moment for many, that if something goes awry, it's the end of the world. It just doesn't matter. No one's going to remember, likely 48 hours at best. And certainly I would suspect that if you think about whatever you think is so pivotal, that within a year, 5 years, 10 years certainly, I suspect almost no one will give any thought to what's transpiring for you. And it's just the way it is. When was the last time anyone really contemplated any of the Caesars? In fact, I would suspect even most people who've gone to college or university studies cannot even name more than one Caesar. They'll just say Caesar. Yet they ruled the known western and part of the eastern world. They did. They were the most powerful. And yet no one gives a thought about any of them. And no one even knows their real names. I've said this to other people. Name me any of the astronauts that allegedly landed on the moon. I can't find anyone who names anyone besides Neil Armstrong. None. And some of them had a presence in marketing, doing public relations, going on interviews like Letterman. They did. This is after the event. No one can tell you basically who was the president during the Vietnam War and its conflicts. People cannot. They can't name any of them. Any of them. They can't tell you who the vice presidents were during that time. They can't tell you really when it began or when it ended. Yet at one point in life, granted ending almost 50 years ago, the fact is, it was crucial to the psyche and culture of this country. Most people cannot remember what was so terrible about last week, but in that moment it was terrible and they got angry and everything else. And this is advice I need to take for myself as well. Absolutely so. Because many times I get upset about things I have no control over. I've learned this from Tom Brady and his mentor from Michigan. I'll think of his name in a second. Control the controllables. It's a very stoic principle as well. I found a lot of solace and comfort in stoicism. And I'm just saying, it's valuable. It is. Because almost everything's uncontrollable. And if I'm fretting and worrying and getting worked up about stuff that I have no control over and wondering how it will go and trying to predict, guess, and all these different things, I'm just working myself up for no reason, for little success. I'm just saying. So control the controllables. None of this really matters. People will say you're so pessimistic, depressed, and everything else. And because I'm not delusional in the fact of, and I don't want to embrace minimizing strife, stress, pressures, and losing track of what's important in life, whether it's my family, wife, whatever it is. That's delusional. That's depressing. The fact that I don't want to focus on what I can actually accentuate, amplify, that's good, and minimize things because someone would be upset and their feathers ruffled and they get irked or jealous because you're progressing in life in their eyes, and probably rightfully so. Anyways, want to share that thought. Thank you. Recalibrated Man. Thanks.